What up, Buzz fan? We back with another Beers Bars video. I'm Casey.
This is Court.
Yeah, we got Ras Kass back on the track.
Yeah. Jack Frost, White Christmas.
White Christmas, number 2.
So like it looked like it's some back in the day type stuff, like way back in the day when it was like black and white television, like when they were like painting, like putting
Like
makeup
full
on white
blackface.
faces, you know.
All right, so Buzz fam, for those of you who don't know, my wife is Dutch. She is also the channel manager. This is a beer fun hit up actually from Joshua. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Putting us on with the beer fun hit up. Now, I will say I understand this tradition now because my wife and I have been together since 2010. And so I've been to Holland a bunch of times. I lived in Belgium for a while. And I will tell you the first time I encountered this tradition, I was in a bar and somebody in full blackface came up to me and started handing me some of these candies.
Wow.
And I was like, what is happening right now? I was not prepared for that. I will tell you, paper noches are delicious. One awesome tradition. But like essentially, Court, the tradition is Sinterklaas. I'll tell you right off the rip. I'm pretty sure America stole this holiday and calls it Santa Claus. But Sinterklaas, I believe, was like a Turk or something like that. And he was a really wealthy white man back in the day who would give presents to orphans. And he would leave the presents in their shoes, not unlike our stockings today.
Gotcha.
Right? And so like kids today still in Holland will leave their shoes out and they will put presents in them. The Black Pete's are supposed to be like some of the helpers for Sinterklaas who would help bring presents to all the kids, like the poor kids or whatever, like back in the day, like hundreds of years ago. Yeah. And then like as tradition went on, they went down chimneys. So the Black Pete's would have soot on their face, hence blackface. And that's where that whole thing comes from.
Gotcha.
About 12 years ago, the rest of the world saw this on like news or whatever. And people blew it out of proportion. And so the Dutch people were like, this is our tradition, leave us alone. And like my wife's friends, like some of her like black friends, like from the surnames and stuff like that, would also paint their faces black and do blackface for Black Pete. Like it's a totally accepted tradition in Holland.
And then like America kind of made it something where
that it wasn't.
And like they made it to something to like where, you know, they were kind of, I guess, whatever.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say like I'm stereotyping, but just kind of just like, you know, hey, like this is like what the black people look like or whatever, like and like the back in the day type.
It was kind of like like put into that aspect, but it was also like this white dude's got a bunch of little black slaves making toys for him to give out to people, and then which it looks real bad.
From
that's
outside
like the thing, though, if you don't understand the
like,
tradition.
Yeah, that's right though. Because it's just like whatever, like the black faces are considered the helpers,
right?
You know,
correct.
And they working for the white man,
yeah, you know? Exactly. And they're called like Black Pete's and like all this stuff, yeah,
and that too.
And so it's like it's a whole thing. But like, I just want you to know the tradition before we got super into it.
Gotcha.
It is not
what a breakdown. Okay,
yeah, it is not what it appears to be at face value. Because I will tell you, the first time I saw it, I was like, what in the racist is happening right now? Like, why is this dude in blackface handing me candy? And like, I had to be explained to me, and like I get it now. And I will say that this tradition is like 100% what has become Santa Claus and the elves and all that kind of stuff with our stockings and everything else. But these are good. Little ginger snaps.
Yeah, ginger snaps. Go.
Let's do it. And Buzz fam, if I got some history wrong or some things wrong, drop a comment down below. I'm sure I don't have it all 100% correct, but that's like the gist that I get from Sinterklaas. It's actually funny because like yesterday we went to a Sinterklaas event. We took our kids to it and all this stuff in DC.
Oh, okay.
At the Dutch embassy. They were like hosting it. Gotcha. And so like we went to that and like They were giving out all the candy and had all the games and all the stuff, and like Santa Claus was there. The kids were getting presents and all the stuff. They were having a great time.
Catch me at the North Pole, living with the Inuits, sealskin hoodie, hunting St. Nicholas, European holidays, and niggas so ignorant. Got Prancing Blitzen's heads mounted in my kitchen, bitch.
Whoa! Ras Kass coming in crazy on this thing. I was not expecting that.
Wow.
Okay, hold up.
So my question is to him, like, was he briefed on the history, or like,
I don't
maybe
think so.
not? Like, it's like
it sounds like he wasn't. I think he was looking at it like,
because like when I was like looking at it, I was like feeling like how like Ras Kass opening bars were, like straight up, like straight up. I was like, you know,
what am I looking at?
I was like feeling like Ras Kass was opening bars, you know. But after it was explained to me, you know, I could, you know, it
makes a little more sense, right? Yeah.
North Pole, living with the Inuits, sealskin hoodie, hunting St. Nicholas, European holidays, and niggas so ignorant. Got Prancing Blitzen's heads mounted in my kitchen, bitch. My uncle family, Jehovah's Witnesses. As kids, we thought they was crazy for not celebrating shit. Went to college, learned Christmas is ridiculous. Pagan holidays, ain't no Christ in it.
See, and that's kind of like I was like, why, like, I was actually like asking my wife yesterday, like, why do you guys still celebrate Christmas if you do Santa Claus? And it's kind of like, because it's just become like another holiday or whatever. But like it's interesting to me because we just took Santa Claus, essentially that whole thing, and we Coca-Colaized it into
Santa
Claus and put it on Jesus's birthday somehow, and we call it Christmas and doing like that whole thing, right? Yeah. And like Ras Kass is kind of calling that out, like you're just like cherry picking history. It sounds like he's like, but I got Blitzen's head on my wall and all this shit. It's like, whoa, Ras Kass coming in crazy.
College learned Christmas is ridiculous. Pagan holidays, ain't no Christ in it. Cause a holiday means a holy day. And December 25th was the birth of the god Saturn. Ancient Romans would celebrate. The upper class worship Mithra.
So the holiday means a holy day. Yeah, that's. I mean, because if you think about it, like Easter, think about Christmas, but like some of the other ones, though, you know, it's, you know, like I don't know, like if I consider those holy days exactly, though, you know, but
like which ones?
You know, like Labor Day. I'm anything else besides Easter and Christmas.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that I don't know if I would call those. I guess we call them holidays, but like I don't know that they're necessarily holidays. They're just like milestones for America.
Yeah, they're like milestones for America, though, you know. But I think, like elsewhere, though, like they are considered like holy days or whatever. Like I think probably maybe like Jerusalem, you know, like, you know, just like in places like that, though, you know, like definitely consider that.
Ain't no Christ in it. Cause a holiday means a holy day. And December 25th was the birth of the god Saturn. Ancient Romans would celebrate. The upper class worship Mithra, the god of the uncontrollable sun, and that's Christmas. In the Western Hemisphere, December 22nd is the shortest day and longest night of the year. Wanes for 3 days, hence the sun dies. The sun resurrects December 25th.
It's like the shortest day, but the longest night of the year.
Yeah.
I think that's
true.
You know what, dude? Like, I'm gonna have to, you know, just
kind of,
you know,
then
like,
you get
like I'm test out that day, like test out that day, like, you know what I mean?
Well, it's supposed to be. I think, like, based on like where the Earth is at in its rotation around the sun or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure that is the actual day. Like, it's the shortest day and the longest night of the year. And then it goes in and it starts to like flip over. Like, I think it's like 1 minute a day. Like you add hours or whatever.
Sun, and that's Christmas. In the Western Hemisphere, December 22nd is the shortest day and longest night of the year. Wanes for 3 days, hence the sun dies. The sun resurrects December 25. So the SU
and the sun resurrects on the 25.
Yeah.
But like the resurrection, so I see what he's trying to do here, but the resurrection was at Easter time. Yeah. Not like this. And like
and
how many days was he resting for? I thought it was more than 3. Did he raise after 3 days? Was it 3 days?
It was like on the on the 7th day.
On the 7th day he rose.
On the 7th day he rest. So, you know, but I kind of like, I'm seeing like where he's going though. You know, I'm kind of like the resurrection, and I would say like in a way, like, you know how some people will say though, you know, a baby's being born when somebody's getting murdered or like somebody's
Yeah,
dying,
yeah.
you know, at the same time or whatever.
I can see
you know,
that,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe I'm kind of like getting it in like in that sense right there, I guess.
3 days hence the sun dies. The sun resurrects December 25. So the S-U-N is the son of God. The man-made religion, metaphorical son of God. Named him Omni-Ray, named him Saturn, named him Mithra, named him Christ, the same pattern. Ancient astrology, the Egyptians wrote this. Scientifically put, it's the winter solstice. And after the Catholic Church came to pop.
I like the way he's playing all like these historical things, like naming these different things that we call this, like the winter solstice and all this kind of stuff. He's like playing it all together. That's pretty dope.
It's scientifically put, it's the winter solstice. And after the Catholic Church came to power, they absorbed festivals already popular. In the slave days, they gave us as gifts. Fuck, bound us in metal chains and they whipped us. Went to church and smiled right after they lynched us. You still a fucking slave if you celebrate Christmas.
Damn.
Bound us with metal chains. And then, you know what? Like I would say this though, some MCs talk about this today too as well. You know, like most of the conscious MCs, like I'm talking about, okay, like they enslaved us with like these metal chains, and we're sporting chains today.
Yeah.
But it's just like we're kind of like I'm like we're glowing. You know what? Like it's like we're like saying, hey, listen, like this is platinum or whatever. But it's just like really, it's like a chain around your neck.
It's the label is chaining you.
Yeah,
Kind
exactly.
of thing. Yeah.
The church and smiled right after they lynched us. You still a fucking slave if you celebrate Christmas.
I see what he did there too.
Yeah.
Playing out that white Christmas.
dreaming of a white
Because you always think about it
yeah,
from the
yeah.
snow perspective.
Yeah.
And
but
not
I'm
from
thinking about
like
it from,
a racist perspective.
Yeah,
Damn.
exactly. Snow in Bethlehem is rare as fuck. Ain't no evergreens and reindeer. Y'all is nuts. Facts.
The history of Christmas.
Ain't no evergreens and reindeers.
Facts. Ain't no snow in Bethlehem at all.
big
As you can see, it's all desert out there.
I will say,
dust in Bethlehem.
when I lived in Jerusalem, it did snow one day that I was there, and it was like a dusting. I remember seeing. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This is a mix of customs from pagans. Y'all clowns just decorating Satan. The Yule tree was first decorated in the 16th century in Livonia and Germany. In Northern Europe, the Druids during winter nights kept evergreens as a symbol of everlasting life. Vikings in Scandinavia went a little farther. Thought of the special planet the sun god Balder. The Germanic tribes worshipped Odin. The flying white horse. Original Santa Claus rode one, of course. And the Dutch called him Sinterklaas. His sidekick, a demon named the Krampus. Bad children.
Ooh.
Damn.
But in a way, though, you know what? I'm seeing his take on that. Like Sinterklaas, like it does kind of, you know, I mean, I don't know. Okay, someone from like the outside looking in, they could look at it from like a, you know what? Like it's kind of like it has like a demonic, you know, kind of catch to it.
Santa Claus, yeah.
I'm Santa Claus. You know, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like in a way, you know?
Well, and from the outside perspective looking in, I won't lie, because the first time I saw it, I was like, I don't know what this is, but like, I don't know what.
Yeah, but like, you're go, hey, how's it going? I'm Santa Claus. But you're like, when you're hearing about it, I'm Santa Claus.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa.
Germanic tribes worship Odin. The flying white horse. Original Santa Claus rode one, of course. And the Dutch called him Sinterklaas. His sidekick, a demon named the Krampus. Bad children kill a dog. Santa Claus myth combined with Saint Nick, a 4th century Greek bishop who gave gifts. Said he liberated an Ethiopian from a slave ship who was so grateful he became his servant. It's so racist. The boy called.
Yeah, there was something like that, yeah. And so like he saved somebody, and then he became a servant, and then he helped them deliver toys and do all this kind of thing. And he was like a saint kind of thing. Like, and so this is where like, this is where my history is real foggy, Buzz fam. But like, that's essentially my understanding is like, he helped a bunch of people, but he also like had servants or whatever that he would pay, to my understanding. I don't know if that's true or not. My understanding is that he would pay his servants and they would help him like bring toys to people or work or do whatever. But don't hold me to that, Buzz fam. Don't stake me.
Hearsay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't read it myself. It's like second, third hand knowledge at this point.
Slave ship, who was so grateful he became his servant. It's so racist. The boy called Peter. The origin of the elves is so fiendish. Black Peter
And that's it. And that's the elves, right? Like that's
Yeah.
what I was saying, like Santa Claus and the elves, and then it's like Saint Pete and or like Sinterklaas and the Black Peeds.
English, Zwart-Piet and Swedish. Why do you need this? Look it up if you don't believe it. And even till this day in the Netherlands, they still dress up in blackface. Now go to bed again.
I think that they stopped doing blackface because of all the backlash from
So you were racist.
yeah.
Nah.
from like 2015 time frame.
Yeah.
And I think recently, like this year or something, like people just stopped caring again. I don't know. Like knowing the history of it now, like being there, like it's whatever. Like it's all good fun. Everybody's having a good time. Like there's no malicious intent, I would say.
Yeah.
At least to what I've seen in the times that I've been in Holland, in the Netherlands during Sinterklaas like time frame.
Yeah.
Dress up in blackface, now go to bed again. Listen, I respect fact over faith. The Catholic Church pays its celebrations on pagan dates. Culturally, every European participates. Then after the pilgrims immigrate to the United States, all those European customs assimilate, forcibly imposed on every other race. New York City was first colonized by the Dutch fam. It was called New Amsterdam.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah,
Man,
man, it
it's
was
like-
though, you know. Like I
Ras
remember
Kass
like
spitting
when
some
New
facts
York
right now.
was New Amsterdam. I remember that.
Now I'm gonna say like I kind of get where he's coming from, and I do think that there are a lot of there's a lot of racial things woven into a lot of like historical things, but that is just history, right? Like there were slaves, right? Like that is part of history. Like you can't kind of like take that away from what it originally was. You know what I mean? And so like you can be upset about it, and I get it, but I feel like today most of the malice or the ill intent is removed from it.
Yeah, and it's like I think like a lot of it is too as well, though. You know,
Right.
I'm like you have like a little sprinkles out there. I think though, you know, but I think like for the most part, there's like a lot of stuff that is removed.
Is removed. Yeah, I think that it is like, if you want to find it, you can easily find it, right? Like, like as Ras Kass
like it happens, so
clearly
it's
doing,
there.
it's
Like it
there, right?
happened.
Like, but like, are you gonna completely change all the traditions and like the fun parts and like all that kind of stuff because of what it was rooted in? I don't know if that's the right answer or not. You know what I mean? Because like you're just gonna get rid of Santa Claus and Christmas and like all this kind of stuff, and then just not have no tradition about it, or are you gonna like? Because where does the presents come from and the gift giving and all that kind of stuff?
I don't know.
You
Like I just think like the education is going to have to be a big part of it though, because there's going to be like a lot of people from the outside looking in. Like I'm included, like the outsider, you know, in this right here until I was like I'm briefed on this right here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just think that like a lot of that's going to have to happen first. Like if we want that to kind of turn around in a way, because it's just like from first look, people like I'm looking at this and be like, yo.
Yeah, this looks crazy.
Racist as hell,
yeah.
you know.
But at the same token, I don't think that we should be putting any kind of like stipulations or whatever on the Dutch for doing what they want to do in their own country. You know what I mean?
I mean, like it's
like, and we essentially turned this into a non-visually racist thing by having it be elves and Santa Claus, right? As opposed to the historic figure, Sinterklaas, and some like somebody, Ethiopian person that he saved off a boat or whatever, and put into his workforce. So like it's like a weird kind of like
or his slave force.
a slave force. Well, my understanding is that he paid him. So I don't like.
Okay, if he got paid, then that's another thing, though.
Right.
That's another thing.
But even still, it doesn't look great from the outside looking in.
Yeah. Yeah. So either way, it's just
Yeah.
one of them things like where I'm like, it's gonna like take a lot of okay, woosah, calm down, and let's peel back this onion. That's what it's gonna take because it's like a lot of people. Like from the outside looking in, it's just like they're not going to look at like what history is all about or whatever, and like how there's like no ill intent or whatever. It's just going to automatically be, oh, this is racist. Oh, this is this is that.
But
like
if that is your take, if that is somebody's take, right?
Yeah,
then
like somebody's.
Then you have to get rid of Christmas altogether because it's very clear that Christmas was mimicked off this. All they did was just turn Black Pete's into elves.
Yeah.
They're still little slaves to Santa Claus working in a little sweatshop making toys.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to like take a person, you know, like someone that's not playing victim as well. You know, it's going to like take that type of maturity just to kind of just, okay, let me just sit back. Let me get educated on this.
Right.
Let me sit down and, okay, like really find out the facts about all this. And then from there, they can make an informed decision. If they think like at the end of hearing all of this, damn all that crap, you know, this isn't for me, this should not be celebrated, then hey,
then you stop celebrating.
Like so be it though, you know, but if like you take the time to hear it out, you hear it all the way out without, I mean, just like remove everything else from it, hear it all out. And if you still feel the same way, hey, then so be it, you know?
Yep.
But hear it out first, at least.
European customs assimilate, forcibly imposed on every other race. New York City was first colonized by the Dutch fam. It was called New Amsterdam. Now I see a lot of sinners in dementia, worshiping 70-foot trees in Rockefeller Center. Stupid if you ain't biking or a druid. If you Christian and or black, you are fucking foolish. I seen Miracle on 42nd Street. Wasn't no Asians or Latinos. You disrespecting me. Mental genocide is black lost. I'm just being real. This is fact from Jack Frost. Iconoclast. You know what it is. Listen, man. We live in a country where 1% of the population controls 99% of the wealth. Where a black president kisses corporate American ass. Not one single criminal Wall Street banker spent a day in prison. But they'll arrest 5,000 peaceful Occupy Wall Street protesters.
He's spitting like a lot of facts in here. Like obviously, like it's like a lot of facts. Obviously, there's like a dozen crooks on Wall Street, obviously, and even like elsewhere,
just a dozen,
you know, that is about like maybe like 45 miles from us, though. You know, like there's like a lot of crooks there too as well. I'm like, we get all of that though. Like I'm like, it's there. It is there. Yeah. You know. Now it's just like, you know, it's kind of like one of these. It's like, what are you gonna do about it now?
Right.
Like, what are you gonna do about it? Like where? Okay, like where do we go from here? Like history. It's done. It's his story. It's done. It happened. We can't do nothing to erase it or nothing like that. It's just like kind of like, what do we do from here?
It's kind of to your point where like you need to be informed and make an informed decision about how you want to live your life based on the information that you have.
You know what though? And like I'm gonna tell you this, no right or wrong answer is like what, however you feel after getting the information.
After being completely informed.
Yes, after being completely informed, however you feel after that point, you make that decision.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you should do.
You hear Ras Kass's decision.
Yeah, that's right. And like, you know what though? And like he has every right to feel the way that 100%. He feels. You know, straight up.
This corporate American ass. Not one single criminal Wall Street banker spent a day in prison, but they'll arrest 5,000 peaceful Occupy Wall Street protesters. Yeah. We in the biggest recession since the Great Depression. But y'all throw y'all fucking money away. $5.3 billion on Black Friday. You're not just a stupid consumer. That's not capitalism.
That was like 13 mentality. That was like 13 years ago too.
Yeah. Wow. Damn. Wow. That was dope. Hey, Josh. Hey, thanks for that education right there.
100%.
That's like, conscious like a mother.
Yeah, appreciate you putting us onto this. I don't know if you were from the Netherlands and that's why you decided to put us onto this because you like been with the channel for a while and you know that like my wife is from Holland or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'll tell you, I'll leave it like this on like a little lighthearted note, right? So the first time I was in Holland for a syndic class like time frame, right? I come downstairs and one of my shoes is moved from like the front door where I left it to in front of the fireplace, and it's filled with candy like this, not in a wrapper, in my shoe.
I would not be eating that. Like, was this in the wrapper?
No,
like,
it was just like poured in my shoe. There was candies that in a wrapper as well in my shoe, and I was like, I don't know what is happening. And nobody gave me no back brief, nothing like, right? So like, I took this and I like dumped it into my hand and I threw it away. And my mother-in-law was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, somebody put a bunch of unwrapped candy in my
like,
shoe.
do you know where my socks is
I thought I was being pranked.
Yeah.
And so they were all, and they're like, and like all of my sisters-in-law and my mother-in-law were like, what? Why would you do that? Like, I'm like, well, it's just kind of weird, like to put unwrapped candy in your shoe. And they all kind of like thought about it, and like nobody had ever brought that perspective to them because it's just such a like a deep rooted tradition for them. It's like you put candy or gifts or whatever in your like, and you leave one of your shoes out. And I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody or throw this away, but there's no way I'm eating paper notes out of my shoe.
Not at all. Not at all.
And on that bus, fam.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, peace.